tell you all this, but yeah, I changed my battery pack. Made a conventional battery. I got a Dean's plug for a charging port. I actually got a 100 amp switch here, a lot smaller, a lot compact. I put a BMS on there just for charging, not to power it. I've got this right here to let me know what the battery is and the status of it. And other than that, this is going to be the first trip. There's a lot of connections and stuff in there. I had one where it plugged into the battery, it overheated. I'm just trying to condense the batteries, and then this way I can balance each individual cell. So let's give it a rip. It tops out around 30. Stop twice next time. I was mindful before the dog knew it. I still have 51 volts. I use 0.675 amp hours. Cool thing is, this plain old regular 13 cell charger. Now you're going to see the voltage start to go up. And that's all I got to do now. Made my life a little easier. We're going to turn this off. Just bought some couple sheets of ABS, made a box. Bought the little gland connectors. Bought a 100 amp battery disconnect switch. And I put some heavier stuff on here. On the inside I put some polycarbonate. It's all welded together with methylene chloride. And the shoehorn all the wires in there and everything. It's bouncing around a little bit. The battery is in the run. I don't know if you could hear it or not. Let me put this on here so I can use both hands. That one broke off. Wow. That ain't good. Polycarbonate stuff. You know, that damn tough. And it feels like this one isn't in anything. I just put this together. I want to see if broke too. Wow. Okay. I have to do something there. I guarantee you that screw is stuck anywhere. Gotta get them out anyhow. Get an implemented disruption here. Always helps. Excuse the fan. It's South Louisiana, but it's still very hot in my house. Come on. One, let's check this. Okay. Now, give you an idea of what I did here. Let me unspin this off of you. Make you all sick again with my camera work. That's the battery. I condensed them all. Actually not bad after that trip. Connections look good. None of the lights come on yet. I'm going to leave it off. I'm going to get these screws out of here. I didn't want those. I'm going to put some foam up under here or some styrofoam right here to keep that from bouncing around. Other than that, that's it. Battery's not hot at all. Don't know how far I went, but it's charging it. You got a row of LEDs come on right here. The reason I'm saying this, generally whenever this thing gets almost charged, some will come on, some will go off, what have you. When I bought the BMS, there was actually no instructions on it at all. There's really no wiring instructions on YouTube. There was really nothing. But it is just set up for charge, and it does charge. but some LEDs come on and it starts at 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 13. If somebody out there knows, could tell me when the LEDs come on and off what that means, I would really appreciate it. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to share this with you. Kind of like, oh, that's not good there. I'm gonna have to redo that one, but that's all right though. That one looks good. That one looks good. These look good. They just broke the hell off. And that old styrene, not styrene, but polycarbonate, this tough bulletproof glass. I mean, it's tough. I'm gonna get them out of there and just replace them. I got some more. But all this is put together with methylene chloride, clamped, cut square, clamped, and everything. I made that little test run right there because I wanted to see, and to get these wires through here, these right here with these waterproof connections, I had to cut all of them and splice them back together with butt splices. But the cool thing about these butt splices are, you hit them with a shrink gun or a heat gun, and that's shrink tubing right there with hot melt glue on the inside. So it's got it. It ain't going nowhere. So they're pretty good. They're a little bulky, but everything fit in there pretty nice. It looks like the main connection right here going into the wires and everything. This didn't heat up, but just barely warm. Good test. Good results too. The batteries are not bad. Before I had them in that bag, I had them in styrofoam to insulate them from everything. I know the heat was staying right there. I'm very tempted on making a little vent right here. The air come in, air go out here. Probably not a bad idea. As far as I'm going, which is not far, will probably work really good. So anyway, that's an update on those. I've been wanted to do the whole build, but it was pretty damn boring, and it spanned a long time. And I don't mean to take up too much of y'all's time. I appreciate y'all so much, the people that do watch and everything. I really do. You know, it's just amazing. So, and I did put some Delore LX brakes on the back, which this is not a paid promotional at all, but the stock brakes that come on this were designed to stop a fat man at 3-4 miles an hour, not 30 miles an hour. These are designed to stop a fat man at 30 miles an hour. Very good. They'll lock the back end up. I don't have any front brakes. If you notice this hole right here, I can't get anything to match up to it. This doesn't have the pegs on it because this bike originally came with disc brakes that wouldn't work with this. So I don't have no brakes on the front, but I have really good brakes on the back though. And that's where all the fat's at anyhow, sitting down on the back. So anyway, added these lights. They are very good around here because people don't watch you. But I got a nice charge port right there. Plug it up, let her go. I got the key. I turn the key on, see what the status of the battery is, and we are at 52.91. So it's charging it. It's doing a good job. So very nice. And I know it's not good to charge warm batteries. These are warm. These are not even hot. But it's always better to let them, I'm sure, no authority by no means, but I'm sure it's better to let them cool down before you charge them. Now, on this, I tied in this wire. Let me see if I can read it. That is battery negative. It goes right there. And this is charge negative. And this would be power negative. I'm not using the power negative, it's going straight in. I'm monitoring my voltage with that. I'm just using this to charge to balance each one of these rows all the way out. So it worked out good. Besides, not only that, I bought the cheap 20 amp model. That ain't gonna pull this anyhow. I was just noticing this thing pulls almost 50 amps at full throttle. So anyway, it did a good job. That's it, guys. There's still more to come. I still got some stuff coming up. We're still doing this, we're still doing that. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I haven't forgot about the 1,000 subscribers. That's been on my mind big time. So we're gonna get that done. And but I just wanted to get you up to date on this. I lament I had to go with this. It was a smaller package. The tubes and what have you did work. They worked well. Had to pull them out on the weekend. A lot of my time was taken up each individual battery, which you could probably imagine. Yeah, you could probably imagine it took a lot of my time up. Now each 4 are getting done, and these lights will come on. I really, if one of y'all know what those mean, what that means, and I really haven't found anything on it. I hate to say that, but there's a row of LEDs on here. After these things get charged up to their max volt, then you'll have one of these lights come on for a while, and I'm wanting to say that's constant voltage. There's going to be constant current until they're charged, and then it'll be constant voltage until, not all of them, just some of them. Now I did do a drain on it. This is the first time I drained on it since it's been on there, so I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it. And when they do come on, I'm going to start videoing again. So let's just wait for that. Okay, we're still charging. We are up to 54.45 volts, and we got one light on there right now. So I'm curious to know what that means. Is that particular, does that mean that number one, because that is marked number one, this number one charging more, and there's another one blinking, starting to come on, and they'll come on gradually, and then they'll eventually all go out. I'm just kind of curious what that means. I want to say, you know, I know charging a lithium ion cell, you give constant current and then constant voltage. I wonder if it's just switching over to constant voltage. That's the question I'm asking. If somebody knows, please let me know. Okay, now we got 3 lights on. Now the charger just shut off, and I got 1 light remaining. I notice I can, well, not anymore, but, and that light will be on for a while. It did not take long at all to charge this up. That distance that you saw me ride, it probably took, and now that went out. It took, oh Lord, maybe 15 minutes to charge that battery back up. So I've got 4 times 13 cells of R25 Samsung cells in there. They have done really well. So if y'all know what those LED lights are, please leave a comment and hit like and subscribe, and I appreciate every one of y'all very, very much. Y'all have a good day.